Hello everyone. So for today, I'm here in my garage area. I'm visiting the Nilipatan succulent, the latest one that I have bought from Duselsan Cactoland. So let's take a look at each of them. So we have the Rococo. It's still fine. Graptopetalum mendozae, variegated tituban, purple card, variegated Myrni, fire pillar, red bullet, red wheat, pine rose, pine rose, crispy beauty. This one we do not know the Sakalan ID. Fantasy Caro, Red Lantern, so and Riga, Star Boss, Lipstick, Hercules, Amazing Grace, Laurentis, and the two crispy beauty. So they are now receiving the indirect sunlight coming from the morning sun. So they can only receive indirect sunlight here for 2 hours. So far, no casualty. After 10 days, or I think 10 days, it was spotted February 20. Yeah, no, only 8 days. Yeah. So on the table, I still have the other succulent that we have bought. So we have the Murasaki, Fat Beauty, Roma. So I think there are some roots that we need to remove, but it cannot still remove. Yeah. So it's normal if you see those kind of leaves because they still don't have roots and they're still drinking from the bottom leaves in order to survive. We have our neon breaker, fly to the sky, fly to the sky, missing you. We have avocado cream, oviparum, orange monroe, cream tea, snow bunny, lemon, and roma. So these are still the succulent that comes from Joseph San Cactolens and was spotted last February 20. And I think 9 days already after potting them. So they are still okay. So let's go to the part of these are the succulents that I bought from Jospar Cruz. It was spotted February 12. So they are still okay. So most of them I do not know the ID, but we have here the Montrose Love the Rose, Luciferite, the Outglow. This is a kind of agapoid. We have our lipstick, Lovely Rose, Laurentis. This one is the Echeveria ST. That was the name written on the wrap, wrapper, I mean. And this one is Echeveria Psych. This one is Arze. So we also have the Kiko there, the cactus. So we are also receiving indirect sunlight 2 hours every morning. And I have my propagation of my Mendoza here. Actually, this is not really my topic, but before I do my video, I wanted to visit the Nilipatan succulent that I have bought this this month, month of February. Yeah, before I really go to my topic. So, what's my topic for today? My topic is for today is actually giving you an update on my propagation. So, if you could remember, I have removed this January all the sets of the Rhaptopetalum purple delight here in my big basin. And what I leave here are the stems. Yeah, the bald stems of the purple delight. But there are some stems that was able to produce already pops like this, and this. So they are growing already. And there are some rosettes, small rosettes that I leave it there. Yeah. But if you would notice, almost all of the leaf propagation that I left here, or the leaves that I left here when I try to clean up the rosette that I got from this big basin, it all grows babies or pups. So I was really lucky. So how do I made them create or pop up their pups or rosette? I simply moist them every week. Yeah, moist is different from watering. So I just moist it so that it will not get dehydrated, because here in my area in Silang Cavite, it's already almost summer. Yeah, I don't know if it's really declared that it's already the start of summertime, but actually I can really feel the heat of the sun. Really summer, just like really summer already. Yeah. And I want to give update also on the one that I caught, the big basin here. So if you would notice, yeah, there are some rosettes also growing already. And the leaves that I left here in the basin are also growing. Yeah. And of course, the weeds are also growing. So there's some weeds. So there. I hope it will become more lush. So even the other basin is trying to recover already, because before it was really dehydrated, and now the sets of this big basin is already becoming more plump. Yeah. And even our Graptopetalum is okay here. Yeah. Look, starting to have the purple color or the stress color, because it's already summer. The sun is really hot now. Of course, I have here the leaf propagation. So it's actually my money tree. I actually got it because I want it to be bonsai. So there's still some are growing, some are not. So I will just make them grow more. So since our topic is my propagation pots, so I am here in my veranda area again. So there are two rocks of propagation pots here. Yeah. And they are full of propagation. So I think they are okay. And the sun is shining so bright now. It's already 9:30 a.m. So at around, it is in a in a rain or shine area. So we are, they're getting full sun every day, but they're getting also full rain whenever it rains. So look what happened to this. Yeah. So even though they are propagation, if you propagate your succulent, so what I mean is that I'm getting blank. I don't understand why. So I usually propagate my succulent through stem cutting, which is my favorite one because it's much easier to grow. But although I'm propagating them through stem cutting, there are also times that I propagate them through leaf propagation, because if I repot my succulents and sometimes I try to clean them up, it is not very, it's unavoidable to sometimes make the leaf intact. So most of the times, the leaves are falling whenever I repot them. So it's really unavoidable. So that's why I also do leaf propagation. So if you would notice, there are mealybugs here. So even if they are propagation pot, they are still susceptible to pests like mealybugs. So I just have to get my alcohol for a while. So I simply spray alcohol on it, 70% isopropyl alcohol. So that's how I treat pests here in my garden. So I do not use insecticide or pesticide, detain or anything, because I want to create a garden that's eco-friendly. Yeah. So far they are okay. They are growing well. Most of the cuttings here or leaf propagation comes from the cleaning that I made last January. So there's an empty pot empty space there, I mean. Yeah. So on this below, I have more smaller propagation there. So I have leaf propagation also there. I think there's mealybugs there too. I have to spray alcohol again. So that's why even if they're small, they are really susceptible to mealybug or any kind of pest. So you have to check it also from time to time. So I guess they are all okay. Yeah. Look at our Bloody Maria there. So this one, what happened is the inner set got rotten, so I just have to remove the lid to let a pop goes out or it continues to grow. So there's an ant, so I think there's mealybugs also there. I have to check it because if you see an ant, there's a possibility, a big possibility that there is a pest on the pot or on the plants. Yeah. So that's my propagation. There are growing well and okay. And on this side, there are more. Yeah, I just have to replace one pot there. So let's get one pot. So let's get the Tradieta to fill up the empty space here. So I don't want an empty spot there. So that's all for today, guys. My sharing. So my propagation is potted on the plastic pot, which is 2.75 by 275. It's really ideal for propagation pot, but the plastic is made of thin plastic. Although it lasts also for more than 2 years here with me. And the soil mix that I use is same, my regular soil mix is composed of plum soil, stone, and actually my propagation pot I don't water them that much. Whenever I water them, it's the same time that I water my other succulent. But since keep on raining from time to time, I don't give them water. So I guess that's all for today. Bye for now. See you on my next video. Bye bye and God bless all. Happy gardening everyone. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.